Religion and tyranny. Tyrants are political and/or religious dictators. They are cruel, authoritarian and nepotistic. Almost all were or are highly religious themselves, brought up in countries in which almost all the people belong to one of the organised, male-dominated, one-god religions, Christian or Muslim. Both Hitler and Stalin were educated during their formative years in theological seminaries. Russia was dominated by the Russian Orthodox Church. The people of Germany were Christians, Lutheran or Roman Catholic. Tyrants commit atrocities. They threaten, punish and kill whole populations. They mutilate their victims. They sanction killing for many trivial offences and treat women as servants. According to the Bible, especially the Old Testament, God too is cruel, authoritarian and nepotistic. He commits many atrocities, punishes whole populations with floods and plagues, and punishes the innocent for the guilty. He sanctions slavery and killing for many trivial offences and ridiculous rules. He curses and threatens cruel punishment. He demanded human and animal sacrifices and ordered massacres. If you don't believe me, read the Bible. Tyrants demand absolute and uncritical obedience. Gods too demand absolute uncritical obedience to their doctrines. They use scapegoats for all that goes wrong, such as the Jews, the blacks, immigrants, or the devil. They claim to protect the chosen race, or God's chosen people. They persecute their enemies and celebrate their martyrs. God is always on their side. Hitler was a Roman Catholic. The Nazis gave the Iron Cross. A Nazi motto was children, church and kitchen. Tyrants tolerate no opposition, no criticism, no dissent. Dictators control the media and use their power to suppress, distort, misrepresent and censor any views with which they do not agree. Though it is more difficult in the democracies, the religions still try to use their position to suppress atheism and secular humanism from public debate. The Lord thy God is a jealous God. They tolerate no opposition, no criticism, no dissent, and above all, no competition. Their subjects are taught to worship and obey the great leader at all times, as must the followers of gods and prophets. East and West, religious or political, children and young people are indoctrinated by their parents, and in faith schools, Muslim madrasas, or Jesus camps. Tyrants use military force and kill soldiers and civilians alike. Bands of brothers claim land and oil for their lords and masters and save souls for God. Onward Christian soldiers, conquistadors, crusaders, evangelists and enforcers. And what of America? One nation under God. Has bombed 21 countries since World War II. Tyrants kill men, women and children with weapons, swords and machetes, missiles, guns and bombs, conventional and terrorist. In wars and massacres, pogroms, genocide and holocaust, by starvation and disease. They kill men, women and children. Throughout history on every continent, soldiers have raped, pillaged and killed in the name of one Lord on earth, God or Allah in heaven, all male. They love impressive uniforms, big hats, gold braid, rite and ritual. They love impressive uniforms, big hats, gold braid, rite and ritual. They all love impressive uniforms, big hats, gold braid, rite and ritual. When people are sceptical, when they question everything, do not just accept what they are told. Do not automatically obey. Do not worship, least of all leaders. When they think for themselves, tyrants will no longer succeed. I have named only a few dictators from the long history of dictatorships. For many more, Google friendly dictators and look them up, country by country, continent or name. 3 dozen of America's most embarrassing friends, for instance, a cunning crew of tyrants and corrupt puppet presidents who have been rewarded handsomely for their loyalty to the United States. And for confirmation of what I have said about religion, read their scriptures.